Hello, family. Give me a two in the chat when you can hear me. I want to make sure that everybody can hear me before we get started today. I'm in such a good mood, and today is going to be part one. And in part one, I want to know exactly how you're feeling, what you're dealing with, and where your mind is, right? Because, of course, we already have a part one from our last live broadcast. Give me a five if you were here for our last live broadcast where we hopped right into the natural hair growth cycle. Give me a five if you were there. All right. And also, while you putting those numbers, whether you are watching this on replay or not, I want to know what you are drinking on right now. I am drinking on peppermint tea. Okay. You guys, we are going to hop right into this. Now, the thing is, most of us have been in this competitive and constant cycle of doing the same things over and over again. And before I get started, I need confirmation from at least three of you that I can speak freely and that you are not going to be listening to this from a perspective of, offense. Right now, I want you to think about this like, you just talking to your friend, right? Like you're just talking to your friend, and I am just giving you some low-key things that you never really thought about, and you can either take this information or you can leave it, right? But I'm just laying it down. You can pick it up and do with it what you will, right? Okay, you think you got the replay. Okay, perfect. Water. You got to drink of water. Perfect. Good. Everybody drink more water, and let's not put it in our hair. So the first thing that I want to talk about, right? I want us to stop the scroll. And what I mean by stopping the scroll is really before you go online, right? Before you watch a video on social media, myself included, right? I need you to know exactly what you're looking for. I need you to know exactly what you want to learn, because then the main problem that most people run into is you go on social media and you don't really know what you're looking for. You just know, okay, I have this insecurity or I have this problem. I know my hair is thinning out and I know I need to fix it, right? But we don't have core information, and that's what catches you slipping, because if you don't know exactly what you're looking for, if you don't know what your problem is, then you can be sold anything. And this isn't about, today we are not talking about product lines and surface level information, because that's not what I'm here for, right? I really want you to start thinking on a deeper level, right? So the first thing that I need you to ask yourself is, what is my problem, right? Can somebody write that in the chat for me? What is my problem? What is my issue? And then once you write down what your issue is, you then need to learn everything that you can learn about what the core of that issue is. But see, most of the time we skip way past the core issue and we just go straight to a quick fix and straight to a quick solution. But that's not the way that it goes. You have to first figure out what the problem is, because for example, I'm gonna give you an example. If you're like, okay, my hair is dry. So if your hair feels dry to you, the first thing you're gonna do is say, okay, I'm gonna go get a moisturizing product. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if your hair is dry, you say, okay, what happens? What causes flakes on the scalp, right? Because you are just noticing, or you're just making the assumption that your hair is dry because you see flakes. So you say, my hair is dry. But what you can type in instead is, what happens when there are flakes on the scalp? And see, by you saying, what happens when there are flakes on the scalp, and you type in .edu after it, right? When you say what happens on the scalp, just in general, when it's dry, what's going to happen is Google's going to pull up all of the most popular search blog posts, YouTube videos, and all of that. So remember, YouTube and Google are the same entity. Google owns YouTube. So if you type in what to do with dry scalp, they're gonna pop up a bunch of butters and oils and things of that nature. But if you were to type in what does it mean on my scalp when I see flakes and dry scalp, .edu.webmd, what's gonna pop up is dandruff, right? And see, when dandruff pops up, the next thing that's gonna pop up is that dandruff is an overproduction of a yeast and oil, right? And their recommendation on a medical journal isn't going to be oil. It's going to be to put nothing on the scalp. So that is what I mean. If you had dry scalp and you stop the scroll, you don't come on YouTube, right? You don't go on YouTube. You look, what's going on with my scalp? Okay, it's flaking. And you type in what happens, what's going on with my scalp when it's flaking, right? Then webmd.edu, right? And then a bunch of medical journals will pop up. You can read. It's going to take time. Watching a 15-minute video, watching one 5-minute video will not give you the answers that you need to learn your entire body. Your body is a city, a magnificent city. And whatever you put in it is what you get out of it, right? So learning your body at its core, right? You go on WebMD, you say, what happens when flaking in the scalp? What happens when there's burning, tingling? What happens when there's sensitivity to touch? What's going to pop up is seborrheic dermatitis. And then you're going to see a bunch of studies, right? And so then here is the kicker. I'm not saying don't go on YouTube, but by you looking at by you stopping the scroll, figuring out what you need to learn about the core of your problem, so the flakes on your scalp, right? And then you really sit there and you really read those medical journals. You really sit there and read, then come back on YouTube. Guess what? When you come on YouTube, now you're looking for confirmation. You're not following. You're not a sheep. You are not a sheep, and that's our problem. That's what my channel is about. I do not create sheep. I create gurus. That's why my website is sinsmith.guru. I create gurus. I do not create sheep. Right now, as women, we are in a sheep mentality. You are not a sheep. You are not a follower. You are not a part of a flock of sheep. You're not. No. You become the guru of your body by learning the science of the human body. We don't have to argue and debate about whether or not the follicle needs oil, whether or not we grease the scalp or not. We don't have to argue about that when we all have the same knowledge. When we all have the same knowledge, think about it. Are we arguing about stuff? Are we going back and forth? And see, there's so many things going on on this planet, right? And there are times where I was like, okay, I'm gonna start a spiritual channel and this type of channel, but no, because I am all of these things at one time, and I'm not going to separate different parts of myself. And I don't want you to do that either. It's not separate. The way that we treat each other, the way that we treat ourselves, the way that we look for hair products, the way that we do our hair, the way that we treat ourselves is all connected. That's why I am so passionate about letting you know who you are, so you understand that you have the answers, but you can only find the answers when you follow the human body. So if God already created you, it is now just your job to make sure that you're taking care of the creation and making sure that there are no problems. How can you take care of something that you don't understand? How can you take care of something that you don't understand? A hack doesn't help you understand anything. A hack says, you didn't create me. I'm not enough. So I have to add something outside of myself to complete this because you made me incomplete, God. That's what it means. And I know that may go over some people's heads, but that's what it is. So that's what I mean by looking at the core, stopping the scroll, figuring out what your problem is and learning about the core of that problem. Everything that there is to know. Study yourself. Learn your body. And then as you learn your body, then for example, you're gonna know, okay, I've been reading up on porosity, right? I've been reading up on porosity, and by me reading up on porosity, I understand everything that there is to know about porosity, but I do need a little bit more information. So from this point, because I do need more information, now I'm going to go on YouTube and I'm going to go search for videos. I'm going to go search for videos about women talking about porosity because I understand the science of my body now. And I understand that I have high porosity hair. I'm going to look for people who are talking about high porosity hair, not how to hack this and how to, no. And this is the thing. Some people, everybody won't agree with what I'm saying, and that is okay. That's okay. I was at a place where I was like, no, this is real. These are the facts. And I still feel that way, but I'm past the place of trying to make people understand. Listen, either you want it or you don't. I'm here for the people that want it. If you want to hack, then, if you want to hack, but by all means, my baby, go hack. I'm not there anymore. I'm here for the people who are tired of hacking. I'm here for the people that want this time to be the last time they change a routine. It's going to sound like self-promo, but listen, the people who join my 7-day challenge and actually follow it and throw the hacks away, they never have to do another hack again. Because they're following the science of the human body. In my 7-day challenge, I make it easy for you to follow the science of the human body. And I call it the 7-day challenge because it's so simplistic. After your first 7 days, it's going to be second nature. All right? So those are the things that I always really, really want people to understand, right? I want y'all to get to a place where we can have conversations, right? We can have conversations like this, and we're not being argumentative because we really, really understand what the systems work like as it pertains to our bodies, right? So if you really get to that place where you're like, okay, I'm not on YouTube looking for knowledge. I'm on YouTube looking for confirmation for the knowledge that I've already obtained. Or I'm on YouTube looking for a place. I'm looking for a certain direction, or I'm trying to find an exact direction to go. But see, what's happened over a decade, everybody's been coming on not even knowing what they need. You just go online. I don't like my hair. I don't like my hair. I don't like it. I don't like my hair. You don't know why you don't like it. You don't know what you want to do with your hair. You don't know anything. All you know is when you get online, I hate my hair. And so when you find somebody else who hates their hair, then you like, I'm going to follow them because they hate their hair. And because they do this to their hair, they don't hate it no more. No. And I understand. I get it because nobody taught us that. And the things that we did learn, we did the best that we could with the things that we had, but we're not there anymore. We're not unless you want to be, right? Unless you want to be. Give me some comments. Let me know where you're at, and let me know anything that's popping up in your head, any questions you may have. I'm opening things up for questions because I'm just here for a second. This is really a really quick live because, well, every time I say really quick, it's never quick. But I want to open up, and I want you to open up the floor for you guys to ask questions or to make statements because We are finishing up the androgen phase this week, and then, well, not the androgen phase, the full hair growth cycle. I'm going deep into the natural hair growth cycle, because upon me breaking down the natural hair growth cycle, a lot of this stuff that we talking about online it's not up for debate anymore. So with this knowledge that we're dropping, right? With this knowledge that we're getting into, if people want to still argue, they can argue with themselves, because certain things are just not debatable. So certain conversations can end. And this is not a rhetorical question. I want to know if anybody listening to the sound of my voice can picture this, right? As powerful. And this is for all women. I know that there are so many women that are not, Black, that watch my channel and listen to me. I love you, right? But I'm talking to my sisters right now. So could you imagine, right, the energy, the time that Black women spend in blogs and, arguing with each other and all the Team Natural stuff? Could you imagine if all of that energy was centered into something else, what could be accomplished? Like, could you imagine the things that we could produce if we went past hair growth? If everybody figured out how to make their hair grow, and if it became a thing of the past where Black women didn't understand how their hair grew, if all of the hacks were gone, just imagine, and all of that energy was put into something else, how magnificent we would be. Because I don't really think Black women, I don't think you really understand how magnificent you are. I don't think you understand that even in the midst of your insecurities, even in the midst of people manipulating Black women's insecurities, you change the world even in your insecurities. Do y'all understand that y'all are so powerful that I consult white women telling them not to grease their scalp because y'all are so magnificent with what y'all have produced as it pertains to what people think about oils and butters now, that y'all have women who who produce too much oil, putting coconut oil in their hair every day and getting massive scalp infections because you told them to. That's how powerful and magnificent you are. I don't think you understand that. That's why I'm not letting up. It's deeper than hair. It's so much deeper than hair. I'm gonna say it again. I have so many clients that are not African American who are now greasing their scalps and getting massive scalp infections that I have to tell, hey girl, you was European, girl, stop putting coconut oil on your scalp, girl. That's why you got scalp scabs and inflammation, girl. You that powerful. So that's why I'm always coming on, making sure that everybody is in a place where they can really understand how the body works, how the human hair growth cycle works, right? And understanding how to search for the knowledge that you actually want. So if you're just coming on, you might want to rewind it because you probably didn't hear that part. But that is something that is so important, really understanding like the logistics of everything, really understanding how to find what you're looking for, really understanding how to know the difference between somebody who's just trying to market something to you and sell you a random product and somebody who really, really knows what they're talking about. All right. So again, you guys, if you have any questions, I'm going to take a little bit of time to answer any questions that you guys may have. So like I said, I'm going to give you guys a little minute to type it out. I love StreamYard. I've added a couple new songs, right? But they're all instrumentals, so you guys don't have to worry about that. But that is something that I was doing before we came on. But again, I really want us to get to the place where we are able to have conversations and really be able to pull something from those conversations other than emotion, other than arguing with each other, other than going back and forth. Today, again, I am packing orders. I'm actually going to print some labels while we are on here. Let me know if it gets too loud. We have a couple questions coming in. I know it take y'all a minute to type. That's why I got patience. Hold on. I'm gonna print labels. If it's loud, if it's too loud in y'all ear, let me know, and then I'll stop printing labels. I'll do that when we get done. Hey, Cian, if I wash and go my hair, wait. Hey, Cian, if I wash and go my hair, but always set it with a diffuser, is that okay instead of blowout? I don't like wash and goes in any way, shape, or form. I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me. I don't like wash and goes in any way, shape, or form. I'm sorry. Like, to just get up, put products in your hair, dry it, and then walk outside when you have anywhere between 100,000 or 400,000 strands of hair on your head is crazy, because then you're gonna come back home, right? The problem isn't the styling, right? The problem is after the styling. The problem is when you come home, right, after your long day of work, your hair is going to be tangled. It's going to be tangled. It's going to be tangled. So then you're either going to have to get oil and detangle a bunch of very tangled hair that you just let dry in whatever way that it wanted to with no control, right? Even though you use a diffuser is a diffuser. And I also need you to remember there's no difference between you using a diffuser and you using a blow dryer. Like, a diffuser takes longer than a blow dryer takes. It's the same tool with the same amount of heat. The only difference is the diffuser blows it at a different rate than the blow dryer does. So it's literally the same exact tool. But anyway, once you get home, you are then going to have to detangle your hair with oil, and that's going to take a long time, but that's the safest way to do it because your hair is weakest when it's wet. But most people don't do that. You would then detangle with a conditioner or water, which is making your hair weaker, and that's going to increase the mechanical damage. The detangling your hair dry also does the same thing, and over time you're in your hair too much. The main reason that I don't like wash and goes is because when you wash your hair, you are taking your hair from alpha keratin to beta keratin. Alpha keratin is your hair in its natural state, right? When it's wet, doesn't have any products in it, like that's its natural state. Beta keratin is the new state that you put your hair in until you wash it again, right? So the key to maintaining healthy hair is making sure that you can get as many strands set from alpha to beta at the same time, in the same way, at the same time. But if your hair is just on your head and it's just you just doing a wash and go, you're just going outside, then there's so many of your hairs are in alpha, so many are in beta. It's just there's no uniformity, and then you have to reset that bond over and over and over again. There's no uniformity in your hair whatsoever. That's why I don't like wash and goes, because you need to take your hair from alpha keratin to beta keratin one time a week or on your wash day or however much you wash your hair. But if you just do a wash and goes, you taking your hair from alpha keratin to beta keratin on a regular basis. So I really don't like wash and goes. I think and I'm not calling you lazy, but I think wash and goes are extremely lazy. It's so, and it's the quickest way to breakage. It's the quickest way to split ends because your hair has no uniformity ever. Where do incomplete split, huh? Where do incomplete splits come from and how to avoid them? From your wash and goes. That's where they come from. They come from your wash and goes. Your split ends, single strand knots were not a thing until wash and goes came along. I'm in a calm mood. Y'all, as y'all can tell, I don't wash and goes drive me insane. And the reason they drive me insane is because around the time they came, I was a licensed cosmetologist. I was standing behind a chair and my specialty was like silk wraps. My specialty was growing hair back. And most of my clients wore silk presses and all of their curls bounced back and their hair was so healthy and it was thriving. And then I was noticing that some of my clients, I wouldn't see them for months and then they would come back and their hair would look horrific. That's when I went viral on YouTube, y'all, because my clients was coming back with those lines of demarcation from all of the Team Natural stuff, from the wash and goes. And as I am the repairer, remember, y'all, this is coming from love. I'm not coming from a place of like anger. This is coming from I am the one who would fix it. So I had to figure out, why are my clients here? What is going on? And it would be all of my clients, like if not all of them, but the ones that I wouldn't see for months, and then they come back, and then I would start asking questions. I would say, okay, that's the scientist in me is like, okay, now I'm getting data. Now I'm like, okay, what have your patterns been like? What have you been using? And then I saw, when I looked at my notes, all of them had the same thing. They all have been doing wash and goes. They all have been co-washing. They all been doing the top, not like they all been doing the YouTube stuff, the rice water, the apple cider vinegar. That was how I made that correlation. It's not because I'm mad. It's not because I'm upset. It's because I was the woman that they came to fix it. That's what all of my viral videos are about, right? So now I make videos trying to keep you guys from getting there. So that's something that I really, really want y'all to understand, right? Because I'm a twist out girl. What is your opinion on twist outs? I love y'all. Don't get mad at me. That's a twist. If you want to do twist outs, that's cool. That's fine. But okay, let me put it like this. Your hair is another part of your body, right? We can all agree with that. Your hair is another part of your body. So what would happen to your legs, right now, if this whole live, however long we're gonna be on here, and then for the next 6 hours you sit with your legs Indian style, with your legs crossed? How would your legs feel? Would you have a even flow? Like, would you have a proper blood flow to your legs? Or would your legs feel like weak and sleep? And would you have to like shake them off and walk it around for a minute? You do. Twist outs and stuff like that. I love y'all, but that's twist outs is something that you do as in between when you don't know what you're gonna do with your hair, but it should not be your go-to all the time. Like, it should not be your go-to all the time. And this is all I'm gonna say, because I'm not here for that today. This is all I'm gonna say. All of the women that were on my channel when I went viral, all they did was co-wash their hair, and all they wore was twist outs. That's all they wore was twist outs. They didn't do nothing else. All they wore was twist outs. And then they did like 2-3 years of that. And then they come to me and their hair is weak. There's no elasticity. There's no strength. Because your hair is just folded and twisted. So again, those two questions. First, that one question, how would your legs feel if they stayed twisted all the time? Like, I'm not comparing Black women to other women. I'm just trying to give you a scientific mind. out of your emotions. It's not like, oh, black women versus it. Stop. No. In a scientific mind, you compare data based on factual information, based on the information that has been consistent in front of you. Mm. The women that you see who have hair to their butts, do they walk around with their hair twisted all day, or do they walk around with their hair strands out, evenly able to receive moisture and release from the environment? Is their hair clean, or is it packed and layered with products? These are things that I want y'all to think about. Based on the stuff that I've said, y'all, what do y'all okay, I love y'all, but I'ma say this. If it's something that you learned with Team Natural, I'm against it. I love you so much. If you learned finger coiling, no, I'm against it. You have 100,000, anywhere between, the average person has 100,000 follicles on their scalp. Each follicle has anywhere between 1 to 4 strands, which means you have over 100,000 to 400,000 strands of hair on your head. You have one finger. So if you have 100,000 to 400,000 strands of hair on your head, do you think that using a finger to do anything to it is a good idea? I'm not being a smartass. I'm just giving you a fact, and then I'm asking you, is one finger sufficient enough for 500,000 strands of hair? I'm just asking a question. Okay. What do you think about steroid injections for hair growth? I think that depending on what you're dealing with, steroid injections could be good for you, because again, what you're dealing with, because there could be certain things, certain health elements going on, or certain diseases going on within your body that slows down your natural hair growth cycle, right? So sometimes depending on what you have, and obviously if you're getting a steroid injection, that means that the dermatologist that you went to did a skin biopsy, and the most likely they're saying that the best plan of action for what they see after your skin biopsy is a steroid injection. If your dermatologist is recommending it after a skin biopsy and they come trust it, absolutely, yes, I stand behind that 100%, because that's what I'm teaching you guys within this series this month. Well, this month, the month is ending, but within this series, certain steroid injections do trigger parts of the hair growth cycle that have been slowed down, right? So if you are stuck in the canogen phase or the telogen phase, then what happens is they will give you steroid injections to induce you getting out of those phases and into a next one. So that I do definitely think that it's a great idea if you have certain health conditions or certain scalp disorders that cause you to need these types of scalp injections, then absolutely. Yep, I sure do. How do you feel about headband wigs as a protective style? Well, um, okay. Personally, the term protective style, I think it's the problem, not the wig, because I wear all types of wigs, right? But see, protective styles, people got in their minds that protective style means that I'm going to keep my hair like this and I'm not going to touch it and it's just going to be here. And no, protective style literally means like I have a whole pattern. When my clients would have a protective style meant I have a plan. For example, if you're, let's say you're my client, right? And I didn't let my clients, I didn't let, well, no, I wouldn't straighten my clients' hair more than twice a month. And most of the time, they will only get it done once a month. If it was twice a month, it was like they went swimming and they just had somewhere important to be. But most of my clients will only get a silk press once a month, right? And the way it would go, they would come to me. I would do a full scalp and hair shaft detox, right? They would get a silk press. My silk presses would last up to plus weeks, right? And instead of them coming back every 2 weeks, that third week, they had a whole regimen. They had a plan. So they either would do flexi rod sets or it would be different things, right? We had a plan. My clients they would have a plan. So that week that they don't see me, they have other things that they're doing and they have things that they're not doing, right? And then after that, then they come to, by that time, it's time for their appointment again, right? Because it's only 3 to 4 weeks in a month. So 2.5 weeks, most of my clients, sometimes it would last 3 weeks, but depending on how oily their scalp was. And then that 1 week was just them doing their thing that we talked about, what we planned out. And then the next week they're coming to see me. So I said all that to say this, a headband wig could be for that week, right? Where they are like, they don't want to wear their own hair the week that I don't do it, but my clients know how to shampoo and blow dry their own hair. So they shampoo their hair at home, blow dry their hair at home, and then they'll put the headband wig on, whether they put their hair in braids, whether they put it in a ponytail or whatever it is. But they're not going to sleep in the headband wig. They're not putting it on super tight. Headband wigs and wigs, putting it on just one time is not what damages your hair. That's not what makes your hair fall out. It's when you are constantly using it and that's all you do. Wigs did not damage Black women's hair and make Black women lose hair. What damaged Black women's hair is Black women use wigs as a replacement for their actual hair. Instead of Black women doing their hair, they just said, I'm just gonna wear wigs. They will wear wigs, and I'm telling you what I know. I did hair for over a decade. They would come to me. I had to have a policy that said I'm not taking down a weave that's been in longer than 3 months, because women would keep weaves in for 6, 7, 8 months. I got videos to prove it. It used to be disgusting. So women use wigs as a replacement for their own hair, right? And because they use that as a replacement for their own hair, it made it so their natural hair got neglected and started falling out. It's not headband wigs or wigs themselves that are the problem, but people that don't really understand the proper way to wear them is the actual problem. So I hope that answer made sense to you, because like I said, I really just don't feel like it's the wig's fault. You know what I mean? Does a deep conditioner seal the cuticle just like a rinse out? No. I'm not being rude. I just want y'all to see. I want y'all to kill the YouTube mind when it comes to hair products. And I want you to look at hair products as they are. So let's listen to your question and then follow me. Okay. You said, does a deep conditioner seal the cuticle? My love, how can something that is deep in your hair shaft seal anything? It is a deep conditioner. It is going deep into the hair shaft to add nourishment. It's not marketed to seal. You hear me? And now you hear me. I mean, you feel me? Like it ain't. Those are two completely different products. If a deep condition, there are products that are meant to seal. They're like sealants. Oh, and what do you mean? Just like a rinse out? Because a rinse doesn't seal the cuticle either. A rinse just puts like a layer, like a coating that comes off every time you wash your hair, so it doesn't seal it. Something that seals doesn't allow something in. It's not a sealant. And sealants are not good. Like, that's why I can't stand keratin treatments now. Keratin treatment is a sealant. horrific for people with low porosity hair. I made a video about a year ago about it. Is people were like, "Oh my God, you are such a hater," and now those same people are emailing me like, "Oh my God, Sam, what do I do to fix it? Oh my God, my hair started breaking off out of nowhere." All right, so a deep conditioner isn't a sealant. A deep conditioner is meant to do exactly what what it says. It's meant to penetrate the hair shaft deeply to condition your hair. That is it, and that is all. That is it, and that is all, right? Do you think it's best to go to a dermatologist or girl, a freaking dermatologist? Okay, Joy, thank you so much for asking me this question. Okay, so trichologists that are here, if you get mad, oh well, I don't really care because you know that this is a fact. A trichologist does not know more than a cosmetologist knows. Let me say, a trichologist does not know more than a cosmetologist knows. A cosmetologist doesn't know half of what a dermatologist knows. A cosmetologist is in cosmetology school for 2 years. A trichologist can get her certification in 2 weeks. Bookwork. I'm telling you what I know. Only thing I didn't do is go to school for dermatology. I have both licenses. I low-key get mad about the trichology because I already knew most of the stuff that I learned. A trichologist, you can get a certification in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I was in cosmetology school for 2 years with over 47,000 clients. A dermatologist is in school for a good 20 ball. If hey, go to a dermatologist. A lot of new trichologists, like I said, the certification takes it's one certification, one program, $1,500, 2 weeks. You can do it straight from home. 2 weeks. I know multiple women who were selling scalp oils and then got enough money from selling the scalp oils to go get the certification for the trichology certification, and now they're like, I'm a trichologist, and because they got a microscope and can look at your scalp like everybody else, people think, absolute girl, I love you, boo. That is such an amazing question. Run to your dermatologist, but find a good one though. And be ready to listen to them. If they tell you, which they will tell you, to stop oiling your scalp, your dermatologist is going to tell you that the only thing that belongs on your scalp is shampoo. And you're not going to want to listen to them because you're going to say, I'm black and I need oil to my scalp. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you do not. The only thing that belongs on the scalp is shampoo. And if anything goes on the scalp, like for example, as an herbalist, I am very familiar with Ayurvedic medicine. I love it. I have multiple Ayurvedic herbs within my apothecary, and I'm adding more coming very soon. I love Ayurvedic medicine. But those women respected the earth. They respected plant medicine. They did not put plants in their hair and walk around. No, they used it as medicine. 30 minutes, then they shampooed it out. That's it. That's all. That's how it's supposed to work, right? We're not just throwing it all in our hair. We have to get the knowledge back behind stuff before we move along, because that's what messes us up. We just randomly hit the road running. No, don't put nothing in your hair until you know exactly why and how it's formulated. Don't put nothing in your hair until you know exactly how it's going to treat it. The reason that I know so much is because my body deals with hydronitis suppurativa. And I'm able to keep my scalp from looking like this. Your body is a city. And if you understand the way that it works, it doesn't break down, right? At all. But the thing is, and don't get me wrong, when you go to school for trichology, when you learn about trichology is the study of scalp disorders and learning all about the different layers of the human scalp, right? So you learn so much about scalp disorders and their causes and stuff, but it's book work. You hear me? I love you. It's book work. I love y'all. It's book work. It's different. Cosmetology school, you in the classroom, you do the book work for about 6 months, longer than that sometimes depending on the school. Then you get on the floor and you apply the stuff that you learned in the classroom on real live people. And you do that for a minute, for a long time, what seems like a long time. Then you go to state board and you get tested on the physical, tangible application and the stuff that's in your head. Then you go out there and then you by yourself, you build a clientele on your own. You do everything on your own from the ground up. Trichology, you do it for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And I love y'all so much, but that's why I want everybody to make sure you know what stuff is. You know what you're going to, know who you're going to. Most people didn't even know what's a trichologist? And it sounds, don't it sound, ooh, trichology. Listen, it's a 2-week certification, depending on what school you go to. A 2-week certification. I'm glad to see you too, Bill. Thank you for answering my question. There's no problem, baby. I got you. I don't have any products right now. I straighten my hair and it just feels fuzzy at the ends. I cut the fuzz, but thinking I should probably go to a professional for trimming. This is the thing. I love you, boo. Don't do that no more. You just cut your hair for no reason. If you got fuzz, it's because your blowout was wrong. I don't mean this in a disrespectful way. Y'all know how I talk. There is this thing around social media, and I understand because it's what we do for a living. We're not about to tell y'all every trick of the trade, every little angle and slip dip. The key to a good flat iron is the blowout. If it's puffy when you done blowing it out, it's gonna be puffy when you flat iron it. Your hair needs to be straight before the flat iron touches your hair. That's why when people be like, I let it air dry, then I flat ironed it and it revert back. That's why. My silk presses came out like butter because of my blowout, if for no other reason. And guess what? If my blowout was wrong, so was my silk press. That's why I always had to have a certain brush. I always needed a certain a certain blow dryer, because I had my tools and my tricks of the trade because it was about my blowout. That's why I was like, oh, my favorite tool is a round brush, because the round brush ensured that my blowout was perfection. So you have to get your blowout together. And yes, I recommend you go to a professional, because again, a professional would know that it's not fuzzy ends. Fuzzy doesn't mean damage. Fuzzy means hydrogen bond isn't set. So you got to be careful with that. Keratin treatments have been out forever, but Black women were not pressed about it. Remember, Black women have been on Team Natural for the last 12 plus years, right? Keratin treatments came out like, oh my God, like before I got my license. Like I got my license when I was 18. I'm about to be 34. Keratin treatments were out before I got my cosmetology license. I went to a class, and then at the class, she was like, straight up, like, once they get a keratin treatment, they'll never be able to stop coming. That she straight up looked me in my face and was like, it's a cash cow. I was like, oh, what do you mean? She was like, if you are here in this room, you have put your foot in a pot of a cash cow that won't ever run dry. And I asked her what she meant. She said, once they get a keratin treatment, they'll always need a keratin treatment. Their hair will feel incomplete without one. She said they'll always need a keratin treatment. And it was at that point, I'm like, oh, I don't want this. Me and my friend Tiffany, we went together. We was like, oh no, we straight. And we both spent almost $2,000 on the course and never did it. Had all of the stuff. It was when Brazilian Blowout first came out. It's nothing new. But when Black women stopped doing relaxers, everybody was like, I mean, yeah, when Black women stopped doing relaxers, all the other hairstyles was like, oh, damn, what we gonna do? Okay, Team Natural. So then they started doing the curly cuts and stuff. That's where y'all got all of the whole Team Natural chops and all that. All the curly cuts, all that little stuff y'all was doing. Diva cuts, Diva curl, all that. So now that that's over, you got women going back to relaxers, but some that don't want to go to relaxers but want something else. And that's why keratin treatments are now being talked about, because it's the new thing being marketed to you, not because it's a great thing. Well, how do you feel about the Revlon One Step Air Dryer? Is that the one where you just stuff your hair in a hole and press a button? I can't stand it. But I feel like y'all sabotaging me today, because I feel like I'm trying to be positive today. I'm about to start printing labels. I'm trying to be positive today, but I feel like y'all all purposely asking me stuff about stuff that I don't like. Y'all all must be new. I love y'all so much. I just feel like I'm being set up. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm being set up. I feel like y'all all trying to set me up and make me look bad, because, and I'm not trying to be negative today. Like, I'm trying to be super nice, super sweet, you know what I'm saying? But it's just not feeling that way. It's just feeling like y'all just want me to be dusty today, because I don't like that dryer at all. Like, sticking my hair in a hole and pressing a button is crazy to me. Like, I don't care how. And then it's like, is everybody saying it's great? Hell yeah, they're saying it's great, because if I promote it to you, it's $500 and I'm gonna get a certain percentage of what you pay for it. So hell yeah, I'm gonna tell you it's good. Duh, girl. Of course I'm gonna promote it to y'all. I'm gonna be like, yes, girl. Use that one step, girl. Yeah. If I don't know. If that ain't what you're talking about, I don't have an opinion on that, because I don't know what it is if that's not what you're talking about. I used to have that blow dryer. Listen. Oh, it looks like a paddle brush. Oh, I don't know. Y'all. IDK. Let me know if this sound is too much. If this sound is too much, then I won't print no more labels on here. All of the tools that I recommend are in my Amazon store, and I'm going to do a live next week with y'all, showing y'all. Was that too loud? Let me know if that's too loud. Yes, and this one is different. It has bristles on it all around. Looks like a paddle brush. Oh, does it like power on? I mean, obviously it powers on. I mean, like, does it blow air like a blow dryer, or is it one like a comb? If it's one that blows air, I like that one. It just looks like a round brush, but it, like, you can plug it in. I have one of those. I actually have two different brands though. Yes, too loud. All right, I'll wait till later then. It blows air. Okay, yeah. Yeah. No, I like that one. I'm like, I'm sorry. Yes, I like that one a lot. And it's actually, especially if you're a person who isn't comfortable blow drying their hair. I didn't like it though because it stopped working well after 3 months. Really? Maybe you should, girl, you better call back and get them to send you another one because I have one that, and I bought it with my own money. They did not send it to me. I bought it with my own money and I still have it. My mama used it and everything. And my mama is not the hair person in the family. What's the difference between Afro-Tree protein products? First, yeah, I love y'all. I feel like y'all set me up today. I don't like Oh Lord. Okay. A protein treatment treats the cuticle of your hair shaft, right? Your cuticle is made up of dead hair cells layered on top of each other. That's why you have different porosities. People who have low porosity hair, those dead hair cells are layered real tight together. People who have high porosity hair, like me, my dead hair cells are real loose. People with normal porosity hair, your dead hair cells are chilling on top of your hair shaft, right? The protein treatment is made to reinforce any problem areas that you can have in your cuticle. So if your cuticle is weak, it is there to strengthen the cuticle, strengthen those layers, make those layers of dead cells tight, right? And that is why somebody who has low porosity hair should not use protein treatments, because the only purpose of a protein treatment is to tighten the cuticle. That's it. It's to bring closer those layers of dead hair cells. That's it. So if you have low porosity hair and your hair cells, your dead hair cells on top of your hair shaft are already close together, you making them tighter is just gonna make your hair snap. That's why people who have low porosity hair and do protein treatments have breakage and you have dry and brittle hair after. A keratin treatment is a coating on top of your hair shaft. They put a layer and a coating of a product on top of your hair shaft. It is a spin on words. Remember, before y'all stopped Team Naturalin, nobody was talking about keratin nothing. Keratin, I don't buy into any of it. Y'all won't see nothing on my channel. Here, this new keratin nothing, because your hair is made of keratin. Your hair is made of within your gut. Your microbiome, based on the things that you eat. That's why we say you are what you eat, right? Based on the things that you eat, based on the things that you ingest into your body, your gut within your microbiome produces biotin. People think you take biotin from an outside source. No, biotin is produced within your gut. And the level of biotin you're producing is based on what you're feeding your body on the inside, not what you're putting on your scalp or on your hair. So based on what you're feeding your body, you now have enough microbiome to build more keratin. Your hair, skin, and nails are made of keratin, which is produced through the biotin that lives within your gut. So when they say a keratin treatment, it is a play on words. It is another way to say a coating of the hair shaft. They're just coating the keratin that is your hair. That's it. That's it. That's all. It's a play on words, and they know that you're not going to read into it. They know that you're not going to research. They know that you're looking for a quick fix. They know that you're going to follow the person on social media that has the longest, thickest, fullest, prettiest, shiniest hair, and you're not going to ask any questions. But if you research keratin and what keratin is, your hair is keratin, your nails, keratin, skin, hey, hair, skin, and nails, all keratin. So that's something that I really, really, really need y'all to know. Like, there are two completely different things. Everybody does not need protein treatments, but all y'all been doing protein. I have high porosity hair, and I can't remember the last time I did a protein treatment. No, I do not need them. Even with hydrogenated supertiva, I do not need a protein treatment. Protein makes my hair feel weak. You do not, even with high porosity hair, people think, oh, my cuticles are lightly loose. Who said that's a bad thing? Nobody said low porosity hair is good, bad. No, I've never said which porosity was better. I'm just giving you the description of the different types of hair shafts. We're all the same with differences. Low porosity, medium porosity, high porosity are 3 of the differences. No, none of the differences are better or worse than the other, but they're different. And they all have different properties that should all be handled in different ways. Hope it makes sense. Hi, Sam. Hey, boo. Is it true when you fit your hair color that you have to get? Is it true when you lift your hair color that you have to get a protein treatment? It depends on what is going on with your hair. That's going to be up to the professional that is in front of your hair. Everybody's hair is different. So again, this is a question, my love, that is not up for argument. This is a question that is left up to a professional cosmetologist that knows how to break the bonds and put them back together. So client to client, like again, I've had over 47,000 clients with my well over a decade of experience behind the chair, and everybody's hair is different. Just like the myth of, oh, if you get a relaxer, you automatically have high porosity hair. That's bull. I've had so many clients that had extremely low porosity hair, and just because you open the cuticle don't mean that you readjust it and don't close it back. I know what I'm doing with a relaxer. So because I know what I'm doing, when I open her cuticle, I know how to open her cuticle enough to get the amount of sulfur to sulfur linkages out as I need, and then I know how to close her cuticle back up without changing her porosity. I did it for over a decade. Your porosity does not change with a relaxer unless the cuticle is somehow altered or shifted by the chemical. That is a fact. There are so many women who have relaxed hair that is still low porosity. If you do it right, you don't have to worry about it. But if you don't know what you're doing, yes, it can happen. That's case by case. I had some clients who were low porosity that did slightly shift to slightly like in the higher porosity role after a relaxer or after color. And then I gave her a protein treatment to put it back. But everybody doesn't need one because, for example, the one client that I said I gave her a relaxer and she went right back to her same low porosity hair. If I would have gave her a protein treatment, I would have made her hair fall out. So a lot of times y'all blaming relaxers for making y'all hair fall out, but in reality it's just you because you think that the thing that one girl did for her hair works for you, and it don't work like that. Hair don't work like that. What hairstyles do you suggest to wear between salon visits? Can't do sew-ins or braids. I would need to know more about you to make that to answer that. Scout fire, logical dysfunction. It is what it is. Crazy allergies have impacted my vision repeatedly. That's no more history. Oh, thank you, babe. What styles would you recommend? Hey Sam, what styles would you recommend if we wash and blow dry weekly? Can y'all give me an 8 really quick if everybody's in a really good mood, able to receive me saying something and speaking very frankly? I'm about to say something that y'all are probably gonna be like, what? What do you mean? But I just want a little confirmation because if it's Saturday and maybe people feeling soft today and it's okay. I'm not judging you. If y'all don't want to, then it's okay. The women, and again, I'm not comparing my people. I'm a black woman too, and I love every part of being a black woman. I wouldn't change a thing. So I'm not comparing us to anybody. I just want to give you a mental picture because it's the way that I learn. A woman with the longest hair that you've ever seen in your life, or women with extremely long hair, how many different styles do they wear their hair in? I just need at least one person. Do the women who have hair to their butt, do they wear their hair in multiple different hairstyles, or is their hair the same way every single time you see them? So why do it okay, okay. So if the answer is one style, the next question I have for you are people, the ones who have a problem with hair growth, how many different hairstyles do we have? Yeah. I see that in your mind. See that in your mind's eye. No offense, no arguments, none of that. See that in your mind's eye. The women who have hair to their butts wear their hair the same way every day. So much that they have permanent parts in their hair. But the women who can't grow their hair are looking for a different hairstyle to wear every week, every day. Baby, find a look. Find a look, my love, and make that your thing and stick to it. The reason that most people get bored with my channel, like, oh, she talking about the same stuff. You know why? Because I don't do that. When my clients would come to my chair, we on God, they would have. I'm stumbling over my words because I don't want to tell y'all what's a part of the 7-day challenge, but I would give my clients a pattern that taught them, and they maybe had 3 styles for the entire year. Not a week, 3 hairstyles for the entire year. Is the women who doing their hair in 50 million different hairstyles every week that can't keep their hair on their head because of mechanical damage. They can't hold on to the hair that they grow because there's so much tension. There's so much product buildup. Always got a new style. Like I want us to really, really think about that. I'm gonna put y'all stuff up on the chat so y'all like the women with hair to their butt are wearing their hair the same way, but the women who can't grow their hair are doing way too like ponytail, locks, curly locks, put this rice paper bag. Like that's why. It's not that black women's hair isn't growing, y'all, in y'all head too much, so you can't retain the length that you do grow. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. They not in their head. They not doing 50 million hairstyles. They wash their hair, they blow dry it, they style it, and they leave it the hell alone until it's time to wash it again. That's it. That's all. You should do your hair like you do your teeth. Brush your teeth in the morning and then brush them again at night. And then leave them alone until the next day. What are you doing? You putting rice nipple juice and coconut oil and like, come on. Like, think about it. My sister used to joke about me never changing my hairstyle, and yeah, and this is the thing too. Peep game. And this, I got here's another one. It's for anybody who, for any grandkids that's thinking, why should I be comparing black women to other people? So let's compare young black women to older black women. When you were a little girl, your hair was growing and bouncing and behaving. You know why? Your mama washed your hair at the beginning of the week, and you would get in trouble if you touched it. It was not until you got out of the house and started getting in your hair that your hair started breaking off. But when you was little, your hair was growing, bouncing and behaving. When I wore my hair waist length, I wore a ponytail daily, mostly. Exact. It's I wouldn't have it, and this is the thing. It's not that you shouldn't do hairstyles. Hairstyles are for special occasions. The things that went wrong in hair care for women are women making things that are only for special occasions, they everyday thing. Like wigs aren't bad, frontals aren't bad. Frontals are for special occasions. Women have made frontals their entire identity to the point where the frontal was, there's no hair anymore. Because women from other races that have long hair, they do cute styles too, but it's on special occasions. But on their everyday, they're just washing their hair, using leave-in conditioner, blow dryer in their hair, using a heat protectant to flat iron it, and leaving it the hell alone. But we walking around, you can't do that because your hair gonna fall out. You can't do that because brushes are bad. You can't do that because it's like so to not tomorrow, but I'm still getting stuff together. One of my clients is coming on live with me. Um, one of my clients is coming on live one of these days this week, and she's going to talk about some stuff with you. And she's going to give you her story, like word for word. I really want her to share it. I was going to share it, but I was like, would you be cool coming on my channel? Because she is a person who has been watching me for years. She was listening to Team Natural stuff. And at first she was like, oh, I don't know what she talking about. Like, I don't really know. And then one day she was like, let me try it. And her hair went from boob length to like her belly button. And she had proof in pictures, hair way past bra strap, way past waist length. Okay. And she went to a hairstylist that she found online, or I forget how she found her. She'll tell you guys. And now her hair is boob length and choppy because the girl cut her hair wet. She basically went to a YouTube person, a YouTube stylist type of person, and we're going to talk about it because I know that there are a lot of people who share the thing that she had went through, and we are also going to share her journey with you guys. She has a whole regimen that I made for her. Obviously she's not sharing the regimen because she paid me for the regimen, but we're going to share her progress and stuff with you guys after you hear her story. But yeah. What was your technique to But see, with the as it pertains, that's the thing. I don't want y'all to do that. Like, what's your technique to prevent? There's no technique. I love you, babe. There's no technique with hair. That's what messes you up. I want you to kill that mind frame. She put it in a ponytail. That is it, and that is all. There are no deeper hidden underneath. That's where we get messed up. Somebody says, when I wore my hair waist length, I wore it in ponytails mostly. Oh, what was your technique? Babe, there's no technique. She put her hair in a ponytail. That's it. You put your hair in a ponytail just like that. She just put it in a ponytail. When somebody with waist length hair puts their hair in a ponytail, they not getting edge control. They not getting jail. They don't need all that. Think about it. If you had hair to your waist, would you care anything about your edges being slick? You sure wouldn't. You would be like, girl, it's slinging and banging and behaving and stuff, girl. You wouldn't care. Most women with hair today, but don't care nothing about no edge control. Low ponytail, high ponytail, side ponytail, middle ponytail. As long as the ponytail ain't wet, it don't matter where it is. Your hair ain't gonna grow no faster with a high ponytail than it is from a low ponytail, than it is from a ponytail on the side, there is some ponytail by your ear, there is from a ponytail from under your nipple. Nothing. A ponytail. As long as it ain't wet, a ponytail. I love you. Just a ponytail. Just a ponytail. And the thing is, if your ponytail if it feels like it's tension, there's one thing you can do, and only one: make it looser. That's it. If it's too much tension when you put your hair in a ponytail, that means you grabbed it too tight and wrapped the tie around too tight. If you want less tension, don't wrap the ponytail as much. I'm not being rude, but what's wrong with your hair being wet? Your hair is weakest when it's wet. So when you tie a ponytail holder around wet fibers, they break and snap. And not to mention, the hair that's under the ponytail never dries. Think about it. When you put your hair in a ponytail when it's wet, when you take your ponytail out of that ponytail holder, is your hair wet or dry? I know it's wet, especially under the ponytail holder. That's why. Not much manipulation. Exactly. People with locks, you want to know why they hair so long? Because they don't touch it. Hey. Oh. If you lock your hair, it's growing. Not because there's magic in locks. No, it's because you're not freaking touching it. Men's hair, a man who decides that he wants his hair to grow is going to grow his hair faster than anybody, than any woman you've ever seen. You know why? Because he not putting rice nipple juice in his hair. You know what he did? He said, I want my hair to grow. So he gonna wash it when it feel like it needs to be washed, and he gonna dry it, and he gonna go ahead on about his business. That's why. That's why a man's hair will grow down his back without using one product. I no longer use oil on my scalp, but I twist my natural hair with butter and leave-in conditioner. Is that okay? If that's what you want to do. Ponytails feel really tense to me. Is there a way to make it feel better? Don't make it so tight. My hair in a ponytail right now, and I don't feel it. Right now, I had no technique. I just put it in a ponytail. I went to my hairdresser every 2 weeks, and I didn't do nothing extra. I want to hug you, Sylvia. I just wish I could give you. This is a woman that had what you. I'm only saying had because you said had. She probably still does. I don't know. This is a woman with waist length hair. With waist length hair. She said, "This is not me." She's just agreed with what I said. It says right then. I had no technique. I just put it in a ponytail. I went to my hairdresser every 2 weeks. Didn't do nothing extra. You know why? Because your hair is going to grow on its own. It is the extra things that you do that slows it down. Did you grease your scalp in between? Did you put rice water on? Did you use apple cider vinegar on your scalp? Did you? Nothing else, y'all. I'm not making it up. This is coming from a woman who did hair for over a decade. This woman was the type of woman that was in my chair. Waist length hair or longer. That is not complicated. But wet hair, your hair is not, you're supposed to dry your hair. I accidentally used regular conditioner on my ends. I thought it was a leave-in. Y'all, like, I love y'all so much. Even when I hear people say that, I put this product on my ends. I put this product on my ends. Why are y'all doing that? Stop. Products are not supposed, like, why are you just putting products on your ends? Do you understand that your hair is porous and when you put it on your ends, it's going to travel up your hair shaft? So you didn't just put it on your ends, you put it on your whole head. And then if you put it on your ends and then you put it in a ponytail, or if you put it in ends and then you put it in twists, or if you put it on your ends and then you lay down, or you put it in your ends and then you go to sleep, it's on your scalp. So if you put it on your ends, it's in your hair. That's why you only use the product that you actually need. I love how candid you are saying. What do you think about using gel to define curls and diffusing? I'm seeing this all over TikTok. Like, if you want to know the fastest way to go bald, blind, anything, go on TikTok and listen to something that they say. Oh my God. Like, I just can't. I can't. Girl, I can't. I'm not ignoring you. I've been doing this for a really long time, and imagine I don't listen to them on TikTok, please. I just can't. I can't. No. This is all new to me. Would be wise to wash my hair every week and braid down my hair and put the head or headband wig on so I'm not touching my hair. When I say touching your hair all the time, I mean from wash day to wash day. I would need to know a lot more about you to say that, to answer that question. The reason that when people ask me questions like that, I refer everybody to my 7-day challenges, because if you take my 7-day challenge, you'll have the answer to that question. I can't really give you the answer now because then people gonna be like, "What am I taking the 7-day challenge for?" She's gonna be telling everybody everything on live. But within my 7-day challenge, I break down to you how a routine and a pattern to follow for your hair, however you decide to wear it, whether it's straight, curly, in twist outs, headband wigs, and stuff like that. But I also need you to remember, a headband wig, that should be something that you do on a lazy week. You need to figure out what is your look, what is the way that you're gonna wear your hair from day to day in a healthy way. Whether it's your hair blown out and in a clip, using a clip instead of a ponytail, something. But a headband wig can't be it. That's when you get tension. That's when you get breakage. That's when you get the damage. The damage comes from your hair continuously being rubbed up against from a headband wig, and not just that 1 week when you trying to, like, I don't feel like having my hair out. Because listen, I have those weeks too. Like, I just washed my hair, but this last week previous, I have like a cute little hair wrap that I'll put on or whatever, and I wrap it real pretty, be like a little cute little big old knot in the back and stuff. And there's no tension on my hair whatsoever. And that's what I wear on the week that I don't want to do my hair. But I have a plan and a set schedule set out for my hair, so I'm prepared day to day. So that's something that you really should do, because a headband wig within itself is not going to be sufficient enough. Rice nipple juice, yes, rice nipple juice. Is that why my head itches so bad when I wash it and braid it and tie it up? Yes. It shouldn't be a regular thing. Nothing. Oh, I just you. Oh my god. I just don't think people understand the complexity of how freaking simple hair care is. This, if you don't mind me asking, what is your nationality? Are you a black woman? Are you like what is your race? And it's not for me. I just what I just I just it's not necessary. Like it is the constant packing of the follicle. It is the constant greasing of the scalp. I knew you was. God damn it. I knew you was black, 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 black on black. I know a black woman when I'm talking to her. And I don't know no other black woman named Sylvia. My auntie Sylvia was down the street when I lived on Fort Hill when I was little. We're talking about, oh boy, like, listen, I knew you was. I knew you was. I just needed you to say it for the people in the back. This is a black woman with wasteland hair that don't grease her scalp. And all she do is put her hair in a goddamn ponytail. She don't do cartwheels, huh? She don't be making her heels click and putting rice nipple juice around and then rubbing her hair and then pushing her scalp in the middle and putting. No. Oh, god damn it. Hey, regular black woman I am seeing with an extremely oily scalp and her scalp oily. So guess what? When her scalp is oily, Sylvia, do you try to go get something and then randomly hold your head upside down and fart 7 times to make your scalp stop being oily? Or do you just go wash it, Sylvia? Like what? Who told you castor oil was good for your scalp? Castor oil is good for you to treat it and then wash it off. Your scalp only absorbs 60% of what you put on it. It's supposed to be used as a treatment left on for no longer than 30 minutes and rinsed off and shampooed off with a clarifying shampoo. Y'all go to hairstylists that take oil and squeeze oil in between every braid, and then you walk around wondering why your scalp is inflamed and itchy and bubbling. Nothing goes on your scalp but shampoo. And if you put oil on your scalp, you can put oil on your scalp. Yes, you can. As a treatment, it's left on for 30 minutes and then rinsed out. People love Ayurvedic herbs. They put herbs in their hair. Guess what? They put herbs in their hair and they washed it out. They put oils in their hair and they shampooed it out. Indian women their hair would look a stringy mess if they walked around with oil in their hair. But it doesn't. It blows in the wind like silk. And it would not blow in the wind like silk if they had oil and product in their hair, because their hair gets heavy and weighed down with oils. So I know for a fact women with long hair do not have a bunch of oils in their hair, because you would be able to see it. It would look stringy. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Okay, we got to get back to it because Sylvia, listen. Hey, you listen. You doing something to my spirit today, and we gotta leave off of here in a minute. I've got pretty labels, and then me and my kids, we about to go. They're about to get ready to go swimming. We're going to the pool, but I wanted to get a little bit of work done today because I'm taking my time on tomorrow's edit, so I don't know if a video will be up tomorrow. That's why I'm trying to do this today, but Sylvia distracting me. This is so true, spoken from experience. Listen, like. No problem, babe. I'm glad to be a part of this live. I'm glad you're here too, Bill. I didn't know to dry my hair. I just purchased a blow dryer. I was getting breakage. Listen, It's so simplistic. It's so simplistic. So using a hair butter, just like putting oil on your scalp. A butter is thicker than an oil, boo. What could we use to wash face to moisturize our hair? Comb it. Who told you that you needed extra moisture? The reason that most Black women's hair is dry in between wash days is because their follicles are blocked from them oiling and greasing their scalp. Think about it. When I wash my hair, the reason that y'all don't see my silk presses for more than one day is because by day 3, my hair is so oily that it don't even look bouncy to me no more, and I don't like it, so I put it in a ponytail. Like having thin hair, having oily hair is not normal. You get moisture from the environment. Oil doesn't give you moisture. Oil and water don't mix. You get moisture from the environment, not from oil. I have a video on moisture. I'm going to leave it in the description box below so y'all can go watch that video. I have a video on how to get moisture from your hair. Honestly, a lot of rituals involved in the whole natural hair movement was just too overwhelming. It's a relief to hear that it was all misguided and not true. But it was only misguided because women got gassed up because y'all was listening to them without thinking for yourselves. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but it's true. None of the things that I'm saying is anything that y'all couldn't have found out for yourselves. You can go on the world's internet and say, is hair weakest, wet or dry? And right now, if you go type in right now and say, is hair weakest, wet or dry? It's gonna say hair is weakest when wet. So if y'all would have done that on your own, y'all would have saw hair is weakest when wet. So when y'all see girls telling y'all to detangle y'all hair wet with conditioner, y'all wouldn't have listened. But y'all didn't educate yourself. Y'all just listened to them. So that's not their fault. It's yours. We have to have accountability if we're going to move forward, because if you don't have accountability with them, you're going to run into the same stuff. It's just going to be packaged. It's just going to be a different package. It's going to look different, and you're going to fall for the same okie doke because you're not accountable. You did this. They did not do this. Regular Black women. Oh, I already read that. Yes. The women that they got that from, putting castor oil on their scalp. You don't have to listen to me. Have you ever seen an Indian woman with super oily, stringy hair? No. They look like they're going to float away with their hair. It's breathing, flowing in the wind. It look like wings. No, they do not just pack their hair full of oil and butter. You know why? Because Black women are the only women on the face of this earth that believe that the human body doesn't produce its own oil. We're the only one. Everybody else knows except for us, and we argue with each other about it. They think we're stupid. That's why they're always selling us stuff, because they know we're going to buy it because they think we're dumb. And we do it every time. I wash my scalp with shampoo and deep conditioner. That's it. That's all she do. I need to take the 7-day challenge. Say it's facts. I'm tired of fighting for my life with these naturals on the internet. I wash weekly. I need help picking a style. This is the thing. My 7-day challenge, as well as part 2, the 7-day challenge is how you get started, how you bust through the door, right? And then some people, not all, most people are good after that. But if you want like detailed breakdown, how to pick styles, all that is the growth cycle blueprint. And then we have a whole nother, this one is going to be big. Like this one is going to be including like one that is not only for professional cosmetologists, but is going to be structured around getting a lot of professional cosmetologists going the right way and understanding the science of the human body and the whole hair growth cycle and everything that goes into it, how to pick products and hairstyles based on that and everything. But with the 7-day challenge, it will get you started 100%. You will know exactly what to do, exactly what not to do. And a lot of people from that point on don't need anything else. Let me know before we go if you guys want me to show you. Oh, excuse me, how to sign up for the 7-day challenge. But now you guys don't even have to pay a price because I have Sizzle where you can do a payment plan. So we have so many people who are doing that. They're signing up and their first payment is low. And you can do 4 payments. You can have 4 payments before you're paid off, but you can start right away. So that is a really good option for you. You don't have to have the full amount up front if you just want to start the 7-day challenge right now. So it's something that I really recommend everybody to do. Again, let me know if you want me to share it with you. Question is, if I have, question is, I have a scalp, I don't want to walk outside the bald spots. Then get you a little wig, boo, or get like a cute hair wrap or something until your hair grow back. I need that 7-day challenge. Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all in 1 second. Let me get to everybody's questions, and then we're going to head out of here because I gotta turn on mommy mode and get ready for this pool. You can comb sebum down the hair shaft. You have to comb sebum down the hair shaft. Sebum isn't an oily substance, it's a waxy substance. So a wax needs to be moved manually. It's not just gonna travel on its own. You have to comb it now. That's why combing your hair is so important, because the natural oil is a sebum. As a sebum blower. The natural sebum is not an oil, it's a wax. The natural oil is a sebum. If you have braids, you can rub witch hazel on the scalp. It doesn't need to be oil while wearing braids. Exactly. Yes, you better say that. Eye tips called absolutely. They sure will. Eye tips, tape-ins, and none of these are new. They've been doing eye tips and tape-in extensions longer than I've had my cosmetology license. But white girls do tape-ins and eye tips. Black girls did braided sew-ins and stuff like and glue. That was the difference. Like, but now black girls are like, this is new. We're doing tape-ins and eye tips. No, they're anyway, thank you. There's so much I have to relearn about my hair. I got you. Let's 7-day challenge. I got you. Do the 7-day challenge. Include styling options. Yep, Rudy. Yes, and truly. But remember, the 7-day hair challenge, let me say this, is not about how to style your hair. The stuff that y'all see on YouTube, quick little ponytails, hair on the part. I don't do that. I am a cosmetologist, not a hairstylist. So my clients, when they came to me, they wasn't getting twisties, updos, ponytails, and I don't do that. I'm a cosmetologist. I was not a hairstylist. Those are 2 completely different avenues. I'm into hair care. So if you're expecting like, oh, module 1 is how to do twisties and a knot bun. No, it's not that type of course. No, it's not that type of course. Okay, I'm gonna get to it in a second. Am I saying that I'm not? I definitely give hairstyle, like, it's all of that is in there. Like, you will have everything you need. Everything you need. And if you want like specific hairstyles and like because in all of that, that's gonna be like phase 2, where you like, if you want to be taught like hairstyling techniques as if you're a hairstylist, as if you are a cosmetologist, that's the growth cycle blueprint. I'm teaching you how to set your natural hair growth cycle, how to cure your scalp infections, how to stop the scalp breakouts and inflammation, all of that. I'm not here to teach y'all hairstyles and stuff like that. Can you do the 7-day hair challenge with locks? Absolutely, man. It's the 7-day hair growth challenge is about your follicle. And I was thinking about changing the name of it, but I just don't want to change it because it's been the same for so long. But it's about resetting your natural hair growth cycle, right? It's about setting the natural hair growth cycle 100%, right? So if you've been stuck in the challenger phase, stuck in the telogen phase, your hair not growing, your follicles are blocked, your elasticity is weak or low, and your things like that. Like, it's about the health of the hair, not like hairstyling itself. I hope that makes sense. But yes, babe. Yes, 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 babe. You can do it with locks. So I am about to share the screen with y'all before we get ready to go. If you have any questions, make sure you put them up on the screen. I mean, put them up on the screen. Make sure you let me know as I'm getting this out for y'all. Give a player a little minute. Give me a little minute. I have so many windows open. That's what's taking so long. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. Give me a second, guys. There we go. Okay. So here is my website. You guys, hold on. Let me take this off the screen because y'all can't see nothing. There we go. Hold on. I'm going to show you. Will it work for women who are premenopausal? Yes, it will, 100%, because this is about setting your body's natural hair growth cycle and nothing else. So absolutely. All right. So as soon as you come on my website, my website is monetized too, so feel free to click and shop around. You know what I'm saying? Click a link. Help your girl. But anywho, you could shop the apothecary. So most of the herbs and things that are on the apothecary are here. We have some dope extracts and stuff. As soon as I get off of here, that's what I'm about to be doing after my kids come from the pool. But extracts, all types of herbs and extracts. Rose water. Rose water is my recommendation of what to cleanse your scalp with when you have braids and things of that nature. But like all of my favorites, and then you guys can check out some of my reviews and testimonials from my teas. You do not have to take my word for it. I really want y'all to go over there and read my reviews because my tea blends are everything. But anywho, if you guys want to join the 7-day challenge, you could just click on this tab right here that says join the 7-day hair growth challenge, right? And then once you click over here, you can go straight to it, right? But of course, you can like read through a couple of things. There's a video here where I'll talk a little bit more about it.
Hello, I'm Sindal, and welcome inside the 7-day hair growth challenge.
So yeah, so I do that video there. So I really recommend that you guys go watch this. This is a 6-minute video. So listen, within the 7-day challenge, I'm giving you knowledge. If the video that I'm giving you about the 7-day challenge is 6 minutes, listen. Anyway, so you can look through this, look at a couple of comments, a couple of testimonials, a couple of before and afters, right? A couple of pictures so you can see I'm not just pulling it out of my butt, right? And then what you would do is click on get started. One thing that I really do like, you can see exactly how many people are actively taking the challenge when you start. So right now you have about 277 people doing it at the same time that you are. So all you're going to do is go in here and you're going to join. Click join. Once you click on join, it is going to prompt you to sign up. I'm not going to do it right now because then I would have to like log in and do all this stuff. I don't think it's gonna let me because I already. Yep, it say it's already a member with this login information. But anyway, log in, right? And then once you end up logging in, then you have access to the challenge. The reason that I didn't want to log in for myself is because you won't I'm already in there, so you won't see what this ain't what you will see. But once you're in, you can see like the group discussion and stuff. But of course, like I said, it's my profile, so I already paid for it, whatever, so I'm in there. But when you go ahead and you add it to your cart, like for example, let's say this was it, right? So this is my cart. And when I go to check out, right, of course, there's no Sizzle plan right now when I'm going to check out. This is just ordering from the apothecary, right? If I was ordering from the apothecary, let me make sure you can still see what's on the screen. Yep, you can. Okay. So this is like if I'm just ordering from the apothecary, but imagine that right now the 7-day challenge is in the cart, right? Because the same thing, it'll look like that when you add the 7-day challenge to your cart. So you can do pay later with PayPal. That's one option with financing, or you can click checkout, right? So wait a minute, chicken dinner. So when you click checkout, right? That ain't my address, by the way, just to let you know, player. But when you go, or my phone number, that ain't my phone number, it's a mock thing, suckers, it's any weirdos on here. So anyway, once you're on this page, right, then you're able to go down, do everything that you need to do, and click continue, right? That's not my address, but click continue. And then when you get ready to add your card number, instead of you adding your card number, you click on Sizzle, right? You click Sizzle right here. Once you click Sizzle, you then hit continue. And then once you hit continue, right, everything is already worked out. And then it'll let you know how everything goes. It's going to redirect you over to Sizzle so you can place the order and pay like that. But again, as you can see, it's going to say place the order and pay, but you haven't put any of your card information in yet. This is going to be your payment and the way that you get over to Sizzle itself. So that's something that I want you to know. You remember that's how it goes. And it's not, because like I said, it's my profile, so it's not going to go there, but that is how you set up a profile. I mean, that's how you place an order, and that's how you join the 7-day challenge using Sizzle. It'll be just like that. So don't be expecting as soon as you add it to the cart for you to be able to click it. No, you will have to go to checkout and then do what I said. Follow the promptings on the screen. Once you click on that, it's going to take you somewhere else, right? And then on my cart, it said it wouldn't sign out because that one that I had to my cart was sold out, right? But imagine that it was a 7-day challenge in there. You would just click on it, it would take you out of there, it would take you over to Sizzle, and then it would accumulate. Sometimes, like I remember, I'm trying to say, like over the last couple of weeks, people have been starting the 7-day challenge paying $10. So you can start the 7-day challenge with $10 and you can make 4 payments or however Sizzle breaks it down. So if you're a person who really just wants to start from jump and you want to take my 7-day challenge, but you don't have the money to spend like right now at one time, you can use Sizzle to do it and it'll be super simplistic. So just let me know if you guys have any questions, if you get confused in any way, shape, or form, and I am here for you. Like, I got you. But the 7-day challenge is super easy and super simplistic to join, and it is the simplest way to get you from point A to point B, all right, without all the confusion. So I really hope that makes sense. Just making sure I got to everybody. Yeah, I answered all of you guys. Okay, well, I love you. Yeah, I got 7-day challenge with Lashu. Sure can. Oh, that's where hot oil treatments pointless. Absolutely, I can't stand them, and I wish people would stop. It's just a really great way to get money and a really great way to have you up under the dryer, killing time. It's a great time killer. Will it work for women who are premenopausal? Absolutely. If anything, you'll need it the most because you're the one whose hair growth cycle is being stressed out and pushed into telogen effluvium because of the stress that's happening with you with your hormones from you going through menopause. All right. So I love you guys. I just got distracted because I just got a new review for my tea. So listen, you guys head over to Simple Apothecary and shop. Remember, you can also add a bunch of, listen, you could add every ebook that I got, all of the teas that I have, everything that I have to offer. You could add that all to your cart and then pay it off monthly on Sizzle if you needed to. All right. Listen, I love y'all. I got y'all. There are avenues for everybody. Postmenopausal, postmenopause, every stage of your life. Every stage of life you are in, you can reset the hair growth cycle. But you can't reset anything until you understand your body, how it works. You learn your body, the logistics of your body, and how to maneuver around it. That's what my 7-day challenge is all about. Not to mention, you are a part of, you have lifetime access to a group of women. Every woman who's ever taken the 7-day challenge is within this group because you have lifetime access to it. You can share pictures, you can talk to people, you can ask me questions anytime you want. Multiple times that y'all have heard me pause, I'm like looking at comments and stuff. So it's like having 24-hour access to me, to be honest. Anybody that has taken the 7-day challenge knows that they could literally be in the middle of doing their hair and be like, oh my God, saying, look at this. What does this mean in the challenge? And I'm going to answer it. Like, that's just how it goes. So yeah, it's really, really, really easy for you guys to join now. There are no excuses. And remember, we have the 7-day challenge, but then the next level up from the 7-day challenge is the growth cycle blueprint. Now, the growth cycle blueprint, it gives you an exact blueprint to follow for if you do want to pick out different hair routines, stuff like that. Yes, it works for everybody. Remember, it is about setting and resetting the natural hair growth cycle. You learning your natural hair growth cycle. When you go into, when you get into the group, you'll notice there are multiple women. I can't share the pictures now. If you join the 7-day challenge, you can see her pictures for yourself. But there's a woman, she's an older woman who has severe CCCA, and after like her 3rd week within the 7-day challenge, she was starting to see growth within those spots, and she shared the pictures with us. So it's not just something that I'm pulling out of my butt. These are things that we are all sharing in there together. And as you're on your journey, because this is the thing, if you've been doing the same thing for 20, 30 years, obviously after 7 days, it may be hard for you to adjust. Well, it's like a support group. So not only are you taking a course, but it's a group coaching session, a permanent group coaching session. So I love the 7-day challenge for that, because what we're doing right now is here. Do you have a Facebook group? No. Everything that I do is on platforms that I own. So the 7-day challenge is on my website, and my group, I do not have a Facebook group. I have a group on the website that I own, girl, because I don't own Facebook, boo. I don't own Facebook. I don't do stuff on people's rented land. So the group that you can join, I have 2 groups. One group, you can join the 7-day challenge group, but only after you've joined the paid 7-day challenge. Or you can join my free group, which I'll leave in the description box below. You could join my free group and you can like ask questions and stuff. But really in the free group, you're really like making your questions turn into YouTube videos. So I'm not necessarily going deep answering questions in the free group, but in the free group, you can make the questions that you ask within the free group eventually turn into YouTube videos, if that makes sense. So yeah, but yes, it works for CCCA, all of that. All right. I love y'all so much. Again, I'm about to leave. I'm going to, before I leave, because if I say it now, once I sign off of here, I'm gonna walk away and go change my clothes so I can go to pool with my kids. So I'm gonna just do it now. But my website, make sure you head over to my website and look around. If you do want to join the 7-day challenge, then it's there for you. And there are payment options, or you can, go ahead, pay in full, whatever it is that you decide to do. And you have access to the group, lifetime access to the group, right? So that's my website. Head over there, look around. I also have a blog too, babe. If you're not in a position where you want to spend money, or you just don't trust me yet, girl, you don't want to spend money yet, then that's cool. Then you can just look around on my blog and just look at some of the free information that I have over there. But if y'all want to know like everything that I talk about here on my channel, I've put a plan for you to reset all of this Team Natural stuff, throw it all away and start all over. My 7-day challenge is that. If you want to start over, throw all of that away and get a new routine that fits into what the natural hair growth cycle is, that is what my 7-day challenge is. My 7-day challenge teaches you how to reset your body to reset your natural hair growth cycle. That's it. That's all. Okay. So I love y'all so much. Again, that's my website. And why did I just do all that, seeing that my website been written across the bottom of the screen this whole damn time? But all right, I love you guys so much. And until later, bye.